Guardians Club, Guardians Club. Woo! What a week. From 0-10 to 6 out of 7. Crazy. Guardians today won with 2 big plays. Manzardo had a huge 3-run bomb that gave him a 4-3 lead at the time. Huge momentum swing. Guardians only got 5 hits in this game, so that 3-run shot was really the swing. And then the other play, B. Cato says lucky. I don't actually think it's luck because Stephen Kwan made a hell of a play. That play won him the game. Bottom of the 10th, first batter up, man's on second because of the automatic runner at second, and Kwan made a diving catch in fair territory. That was just on the fair foul line, but it was fair. Made the catch. The runner did not tag up. That was a mistake. Class A was Class A. Very old school Class A today. Very solid ball game. Clapping John Potter. They did win Champaign. They won 6-5. Back and forth game. Very typical Southside White Sox game with home runs on both sides. But again, the Guardians only got 5 hits, and they won this game. Stephen Kwan, too, also got the game-winning sacrifice fly. Big play in this game, too. David Fry, or the BB, down the third baseline. Was kept in the infield, but that was a shot. I think Class A's back. That was nasty today. He's not all the way back, but he's back. Brother Benji, love you, buddy. That was a hell of a catch. Talk to me, by the way, about Scotland. Class A looked sharp. He did. He played really well today. Class A. So back says, Isaiah, good to see you. Thomas says the same thing. I think, though, the temptation, even with me, is there to trade Class A because this team is still thin with some bats, and there are teams clamoring for Class A. I think you can get a great price. B. Cato, happy birthday to you yesterday, buddy. Shouldn't have been in extra innings. Quan whiffed on the... Hey, look. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. This and that. These things happen in baseball. The Guardians took, again, the Manzardo 3-run shot was huge. That was a double play ran out by J-Ram to keep it at 2 outs, so Manzardo got a chance to swing. And I can't say this enough. That catch by Quan in the 10th was gold glove. Colin, Josh Naylor on the trading block. Bring him home. That would be wonderful. The garbage did go out today, thank God. And there's a lot of garbage. A's, Rockies, Baltimore Birds who are sinking. AJK, imagine Junkins gets suspended. Who do we know that's an all-pro player in person off the field that could AJK, the Judkins storylines are bad. It was bad enough where they held him over prison overnight. There's some speculation about whether he's going to see a judge today in Fort Lauderdale. For those who didn't miss it, Judkins was arrested, the rookie running back from Ohio State who plays for the Browns now, battery and domestic violence. Those are usually an automatic suspension. Great momentum going into All-Star break. Johnny Potter, agree with you. Great to see you. I think we will still trade Class A. I think so too, Nick. Look at that happy birthday shout-out for B. Cato from Johnny Potter. Ryan, kind of motivating. We have different guys stepping up in the clutch. I agree with you about that. Manzardo had even though he struggled Friday night, he had a very good weekend, so that was good for him. It was good to see. You think Quan gets moved? I'm the one who says no. Tommy was talking about it, Hammy on the broadcast today. There's some, I'll call it internet rumors. They're not really significant. Nothing. It's like, the Reds want Quan. Well, of course the Reds want Quan. I think he's going to stay for 1 more year if they don't sign him to a long-term contract. Must trade Class A. I agree with you, Charlie, about that. That's what I'm seeing here, too. Could get an entire farm system for Class A. Again, I'm thinking the same thing. I think you got to do it. Another birthday shout-out. Wow. NJ Adams, time to dump Quan. I do not agree with you. I think Quan's a great player. I think he's a young player in the outfield who can actually make big plays. If you watch today's game, trading away Quan is a huge risk. Class A, you have Kate Smith. You have others who can fill that role. Not as good as Class A, but they can fill that role. Quan is... telling you, if you think it was big losing Josh Naylor, wait till you trade Quan too. I think it's going to be Kate Smith all the way, JC. I think we've got at least 1 more year before Quan. I do too, Isaiah. I would hope to draft a catcher. B. Cato, everybody's saying pitcher for the Guardians. Do you think we get Quan extended? If you held a gun to my head, I say no. He probably gets traded, which is really disappointing. I hope that changes. I agree that John Potter have to keep him, but Clase can be traded. I agree. I think it's very. That's why I've been thinking that way for weeks. I think it's time to trade Clase. The win was great, but don't get me wrong. Look, the Bo Naylor experience behind the plate is frustrating. The Guardians do not have a catcher. The Lauder's hurt again, right? Wrist injury. I saw that. And it sucks. It hurts. Well, B. Cato, hopefully they use him wisely. Have a good night. Great job by the Guardians to close. What is this team? Shane, it is the Guardians. They swept in Houston when they knew their season was against the wall. Going into Houston, you could not lose any more games. You could lose one, maybe. They didn't. They swept them out. Katie, great to see you, girl. Hope your July is going well. Why would we trade Quan? I think it's for a huge package, but I agree with you. Again, this team struggles to hit. Why would you trade your one batter who does consistently hit? He's in the All-Star game. I think the only way we extend Quan is if Joey, there is a big, I'll call it strike possibility coming, and I do wonder if the Guardians hold until we can see what happens on that strike. We'll take players who sign for cheap. Pete Cato laughing all the way. Any potential suitors? There's 3 big ones. Mets, Yankees, Cubs. All 3 have wanted Clase. Today there's rumors that the Phillies are sniffing Clase. Cubs, Mets need help. Yankees too. All 3 teams would love to get Clase. I think it's going to be a race between the Mets and the Cubs. I really do. I think those are the 2 teams that are going to bark the loudest on that. Cubs are desperate to get back in the playoffs and win big. I agree with the LB Browns. Great to see you, girl. Hope your July is going well. That would be fun for Clase for Lindor. Not happening. It would be fun. Why don't the Cubs just take our whole pitching staff while they're at it, Colin? Would be annoying. Yeah, no, I don't want to trade him to the Yankees either. I don't think the Yankees are going to give up coveted things for him. I think the Mets will, and I think the Cubs will. I think he's going to go to either Chicago or New York. Not the Yanks, the Mets. Let's enjoy the All-Star break. Trade him to the Yankees is a lot allowed. The Guardians and Indians and the Yankees done a lot of trades over the recent years, so we'll see. They've done trades throughout time, actually. Indians and Yankees, for some reason, even though there's a rivalry there, have always made trades. We could use a B. Cato. Jeff, the Junkins thing is just awful news. You can't even get into camp, and we already got a player who's not going to be there. It's disappointing. And Junkins was really going to be relied upon. Very, very disappointing. I think the Browns now, again, this is where you love to have that Band-Aid and Nick Chubb that get you through 5 or 6 games, as Junkins is going to be suspended. I guess so. Back-to-back years, Buckeyes, second-round draft picks getting in trouble. My call last year, this year, Junkins. Have a great break. I'm going to be doing some gambling videos all next week during the break. Stay tuned for that. Gambling videos will talk us about football, college football, MLB. You'll enjoy it. Me and Rob Valori from the Fairview Tavern. Have a great night. Guardians win.